what it is, man. This is the Green Room. Philly D and Mr. Gemini on the mic.
Yeah, Miss JD, she's chilling too.
In a warm-up to a show about nothing.
Yeah, this is our intro show to I'm Telling You. This is your brainchild. This is also like almost, dude, we're getting close, man. We've been making so many of these episodes. But yeah, this is us in the green room as we warm up our equipment, make sure everything's working right, get ourselves going, get our voices going, try to get the like conversation happening, make sure everything's working right so that when we go to do our live show, I'm telling you, we got, everything's on lock and we can just stroll through it and do our thing. But since it's the green room, we also drink beers here.
Yeah, and we tend to be a little less adulterated.
Yeah, well, this is why we only record this show, like audio. We don't do any video because it is the green room.
This is for us, man.
This is like Vegas. This is the behind-the-scenes look of the special party that nobody gets to talk about, man. And you're being invited in.
This is our time.
So, yeah, we also do a lot of movie quotes. Oh, speaking of beers.
This is our time down
here.
Beer
30 already. A little dry hop Pilsner, bro.
May the force be with you.
Oh, right. Word. Yeah, it is. Yeah, keep that shit to yourself. There you go. Good opening, bro. Yeah, in case, first time listeners, this guy loves spitting beers all over the equipment and the floor. But it's the way you
spitting would be a waste. This just
the way you crack them and pop them, man. You'd be spraying.
It's explosive. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, dude,
I have that effect on things.
It's like going to Shamu. First 6 rows is the splash zone. Every time you open a beer, man, you could be wearing a poncho.
Like a Gallagher reference.
That's what I say. It's like a Gallagher show, man. Wearing my poncho.
Wait, what row? No. You got to be suited up for that.
Oh, yeah. You got like a change of clothes or something, man, because
you got to look like...
need that. You better be planning on hitting that merchandise.
You got to look like the Gordon Fisherman, like decked out.
Like you're going on a cruise for Niagara Falls or some shit, man. Like
the high yellow.
Right. Or maybe like do it freaking Outbreak style where you're in like a full hazmat suit. You got like a respirator and everything. Just, I don't want to get in my eyes, just in case. Yeah, I think people used to have shields too. Like they would come with stuff and they would like, so not only are they wearing the ponchos, but then they'd also like freaking block that shit.
Block that shit.
Yo, check it. I think I'm so close to getting 4 full episodes putting together the hip hop show. Like I've almost got 4 banging playlists. I'm at like solid 1. Number 2 is like missing 2 or 3 tracks, and then 3's pretty much put together, and I have like 4 in mind. So it's like,
do you feel like you're motivated to create like a theme for each one, sort of?
Yeah, like so. I also do it where they're kind of telling a story. Like to me, all right. So I always, when I used to DJ, I didn't care what the track was. I could find a way to link it to something else, whether it sounded or it gave a feeling of, where there was a shared expression vocally or, somehow or another, I could find a way to link them. And some of that was also, in a sense, telling a story, taking you on a journey. Because to me, doing a 2-hour set of, because I would
take you on a journey.
Yeah, because, I would spin ambient hip hop and stuff, right? Like, what they would call trip hop, shit like that, right? Dude, no, it's not the club. But no, so I kind of got used to me structure-wise because I would just spin freely. Like, I never really planned my sets out too crazy. There was times where I'd listen to certain things and just give me an idea. And,
ooh, yeah.
Well, yeah, I'd have a general sense. Like, sometimes I'd come in there, like, I used to do, like, DJ shadow sets and stuff where I literally just play, like, the first half hour was all his and just, like, spin that kind of stuff. Or I would do that with, like, the orb and a bunch of other things and just... So I play, like, weird collections. So I would DJ... like a disc jockey on a radio station would, but also in the sense of like DJing in a club in a way and like put stuff together and mix things. And so I kind of did like all of that. But yeah, I very much am trying to structure them in a way that it's either going to be telling a story or it's going to have some sort of rhythm to it that it's trying to get the energy right, so you got to come in hard, get things going like a party would, but then like calm it down a little bit so you don't like kill yourself, because then you're going to like get it back jumping again, and then the party kind of finishes off, and so you want to bring it back down. And
I still like the idea of doing the before and after, or the after and before.
Where the true sample comes from. Yeah, dude, that's a cool,
because you you just literally mix one directly into the next
Pretty much.
because it's the same. It's not the same track. I mean, obviously it's different, but most of them would start with very soon off with the riff that is being sampled.
I did. I think when we were talking about that, my reference was the Beastie Boys album, the first one they put out, "License to Ill."
Oh, there's tons of stuff on that.
Rick Rubin used, Led Zeppelin breakbeats for a lot of tracks. And I don't think people really realize all that kind of stuff. Like,
Dude,
that's
Steve Miller. Like,
but that's the thing.
There's sampleable moments in all kinds.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like early rock music.
Oh, because you'd have great bass lines or, guitar riffs or organs or, they had all sorts of crazy good stuff.
I was thinking that actually a couple weeks ago, listening to Larry Kay's show.
Oh, right.
Like, I don't even remember the name of the track that came on or who the artist was. Cause it's like, he was playing like, he pulls out some like old school hits.
Yeah, but dude, tonight he played freaking Everclear. Like, that was crazy.
But that's the thing though. Like he
does make a nice
keeps
mix.
It, yeah.
Oh man.
I don't want to say, I'm trying to figure out if he has like a theme thing or if he just kind of.
Yeah. I mean, that's a question for you to ask him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where was I? I don't know.
Well, we were just discussing my ideas for the sampling thing, right? So making that kind of an episode, I'm very much all about that because there's the music that those samples came from are dope as can be too. So it's like it's very educational.
Or if one was used. I mean, like obviously, like you pick certain like James Brown tracks, and it's like, dude, I can't count the number of times it's been sampled. Wouldn't it be funny to do like a mega mix for that one?
I think I've heard that somebody did that before, like out there in YouTube.
Well, I'm just picking James Brown as a.
But literally, I think because that's the thing. So James Brown is one of the more heavily utilized in rotation as far as creating, like taking break beats and make it so like there's a lot of James Brown breaks, and
he was not happy about it.
Well, and that's the thing though, is so because it was so overly utilized, it really started gaining a sense that he's almost also the godfather of hip hop. And it's like, bro, they were taking break beats and shit from way back before him. I mean, that's what all the original stuff was with like Kool Herc. Cause Kool Herc came up, him and, I always forget the other guy, but him and Kool Herc would like have parties, and they discovered that you could take double records and merry-go-round where you just spin one back and let that play and then let that one play. And then as you're doing it, you're spinning the other one back so that they just keep lining up so that break.
Bro, you could figure eight it.
Yeah, so that, you get an infinite loop because it just keeps playing in on itself from one record to the other because it's the same exact record. So you play two records that are identical, all timed up. One's playing while you're spinning the other one back so that when that one's done, the other one goes forward. And then you finally had a congruent loop that you could create of empty open music, and then
you can cut on it.
Well, but that's the thing though,
like
is
a rhinestone.
But they were but no, it's cool. It's because they were creating that loop so that they could make their own rhymes, because up until then to make your own music, you didn't have studio money. You know what I mean? Like you might have a couple of cats that like could play out, but you don't have like all this crazy. These are like real serious inner city parties and stuff where people are like broke as shit. We're talking like the projects and the ghettos and shit. Like it's horrible. So they would easy enough, dude, literally just two turntables and a microphone, and you got a party. Didn't matter where it was at. You just take that little bit of equipment and you're good. Stack of records, two tables.
Dude, well, when the mixer came in though, that was like a whole nother.
Well, when they started to really play
now
around with that,
I can create a loop, and I can isolate it, and I can chop it down so that it can be quantified, and then I can throw it in stream and add stuff to it, and it gives you
sampler,
all kinds of.
Not a mixer. A mixer is as you mix the literal sound.
Well, mixer, sampler.
No, sampler is different. Yeah, sampler is one that you can actually record into and use that as a play out. That was also like the earlier drum machines and stuff. They were like the simple pads that had like 8 buttons or 16, kind of like how we got our deal over there. But yeah.
Yes, than a sampler.
Yeah, correct.
In which you could record stuff. Though.
Oh, yeah, man.
So
Yeah, that was
the important aspect to it, is that you could record.
well. So
you know,
that's
you
like
could have playback loop.
yeah. Well, because that's when you started getting into all the roll-ins where they did like the 303, the 404, and then of course you get all the way up to the 808 where you get like the most ridiculous bass drum anybody's ever heard in their existence, and that puts 808 on the map. So now you get all these very similar deep bass tone notes that they say is an 808, but technically it's not. It's just that's the name of it because that's the one that came on the map first in a programmable manner where it's just like boom bass.
Bass.
Yeah, dude. Well, yeah, because I mean, like
kick drum.
you and I, like back in the day, being the bass heads and stuff, man. The 808 stuff and like 909, because I mean, these are just progressives that they would do. They had more and more of those different bass tones that you could play with, and that's when you started getting into like the bass albums and stuff.
808 was
Feel
like
the bass.
808 was heavily used when like early on when rappers were trying to get a little bit more backbone in their beat.
Yeah, well, I mean, so like the first album for
Especially
Beastie
bass-
Boys, like we were just talking
Bass
about,
heads, as you call them.
that was mostly all freaking rolling 808. I mean, that's pretty much what they made on. Like the whole, like the Paul Revere's Ride, right? Paul Revere from the Beastie Boys on that one.
Mm-hmm.
They took a simple 808 track, laid it on a freaking, DAT recorder, like they put it on tape, took the tape and played it backwards and then recorded their vocals on top. And that's how you get the reverse beat. Like they were the first to do, like you didn't have samplers yet. You know what I mean?
That's some creative shit, man.
Right? Like you didn't really have all that crazy equipment where you could just do this stuff. So they physically had to do it. Because I remember I was watching a documentary about it and they were just like, yeah, dude, MCA was just fucking wasted, man. He was just like high as shit. And he's like, what if we recorded a beat and then played it backwards? Could we like record on that? And they were just like, holy crap. And they just like,
What if CAT?
exactly. It was one of those kind of like absurd moments. And it was just like all of a sudden, boom, now you got, Paul Revere.
Just now write this down. Like,
But yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
'cause-
forget it.
Yeah, I think they were like literally in the studio and they made like the simplest of beat and then just tried it for shits and giggles and it worked. And then they got an entire freaking track out of that. And it's like one of the dopest tracks off that album, you know what I mean? Like everybody knows Paul Revere because the beat is beyond unique. But then also, I mean, the song itself is, I mean, just Beastie Boys, the way they go back and forth with each other, the whole in and out is they go back and forth and it's, this one's done, does this line or this verse or there's energy. Like they were very in sync and united. I mean, they were just
Without being in sync.
yeah. No, they were no. That is
No boy bands involved.
yeah. There's no like Backstreet's Back tonight. There's no none of that stuff.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm very sure.
There's no New Kids?
I mean, if I'm in the mood, maybe, but not right now.
No.
No. I'm drinking
I don't
beer
know
and talking
what
about.
are you ever in the mood to listen to?
What if I'm like probably really wasted?
Maybe like Menudo?
I mean, it's Menudo, bro.
Wow.
It's Menudo, bro.
Going back. What are you trying to show us?
I don't know. Holy crap.
Check your messages.
I can't because my phone did it screw up
The other
again?
one?
Because you had like another meeting.
Yeah.
What the F?
If not, we're multiple people.
Yeah, well, technical
We're down to
difficulties.
5.5.
7 minutes. Okay. Well, whatever.
Right on.
It's the green room.
Just so you're aware.
Again, this is why we do this, so we can make sure that we have no technical difficulties or issues so that I'm telling you go seamlessly. And then we invite people to listen to this. Because honestly, I feel like, so I've been checking the analytics for all of our YouTube stuff. And more times than not, the green room is getting like the bigger hits. So we're having the conversations in the green room that people really are just, clickbaiting on in a sense because they're throwing it in the browser and they're literally looking for what we're talking about. So,
Or is it people that are listening to the show and happen to find us on YouTube? Or because we don't really mention it a lot. I feel like we don't really.
I don't think on ITY, I don't think we mentioned YouTube at all.
no, on ITY, we don't mention it at all.
Yeah.
Well, we're not allowed to shameless plug, so we can't promote ourselves, talk about alternate platforms because that's also for the radio network. That's just respect.
We should talk about it here, though.
Yeah, we do.
Definitely.
Like all the time.
Like right now, like what we're doing.
We're sort of.
Like, hey,
The green
we're on
room
YouTube
gets
right
played.
now.
I know.
It's like
Hey,
people don't know. Like
YouTube.
you'd have to go on Chef Philly D. Find the channel for Chef Philly D.
Yeah, this is Chef Philly D. Maybe we should just do like an origins story episode and like figure all
Oh,
this.
because what you're gonna find in there is not all just gonna be the two of us.
Yeah, well, you see my
Be
taco
surprised.
shit.
You see some actual videos in there, and
Yeah, well, because I had the other show I was starting to do called Concoctions and Conversations, where I would go and interview people.
yeah.
And it was all about supporting businesses and local support and all that good shit. But because it was that was coming off of what I was doing the taco show wise, like Taco Tuesday for Round Guys. It was very much about education, supporting local, entertaining, all that good shit. But it was also
I did
like,
watch an episode of that.
yeah, and it was all video and stuff. But I honestly, I've watched them a few times. Like, I think I did a pretty dope job for a one-man show cooking tacos. That was a hell of a good show.
Yeah.
It was fun. I'm sitting there drinking beers, and that's the cool thing is like that's where the cracking the beer on the mic for me came from. Is it just became habit because I was promoting Round Guys. So every time I do it, I'd have a beer, and I'd always put it right to the mic and just give that like pop. Everybody like, yeah, I'm cracking a beer. You're welcome. And
I'm out here cooking. I'm cracking a beer.
Yeah, I'm literally making street tacos because I'm on the street. Like I'm on the patio right there at the street making tacos. I'm cooking street tacos on the street. Like it's as legit as you get. And then, you're taping me while I'm doing it.
Ain't hardly nobody around, but I'm doing it.
Well, and that's the thing is like every now and again you get like there'd be sirens in the background or like somebody honk or whatever. And it's like, that's right. We're live. It's on the streets. We're going to have issues. There you go. But it
You're like, hold on.
yeah,
Fire truck goes by. You're like,
And to me, that really just added to the honesty of what I was doing, which is very much why when I got to the whole, like, we're doing the I'm telling you thing is I was like, yo, it needs to be honest. Like, we're not going to be going editing it and cutting it. Like, this is going to be live no matter what.
yeah, a cop drives by, you let him go by, and then you continue stirring and then you can go back into talking. It's like,
Yeah, because I think even a few times when we've done like your house and you get the freaking train horn in the background or a plane or something.
and it would annoy the heck out of you.
I would look at you as it's doing it and just like drop my head and just be like, I'm just gonna wait. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. But then you go back and listen to it and you really don't hear it. Like you gotta like have volume
It doesn't
up.
matter. It still annoys you. I mean, I think I heard a ghost of it the one time after you had complained really bad. And you're like, no, you can really hear it. And I'm like, I don't think in post you can really hear it all that much.
Yeah, no, with the old mics, yes. So the last mics that we had, especially not even having this board either, just recording straight into my phone, those ones were fucked.
Yeah, these are nice. These are
Yeah, I got some dope equipment, man. I took my time and picked I picked some good stuff, and because even our dude, like when I showed him what I was picking up and everything, he was just like, those are good arms and this, that, and the other. I was like, yeah, I mean, I did get the cheap knockoffs, so I didn't spend like 120 an arm. I spent 60 something. It's just it's a no name on there,
yeah.
but it's
Don't matter.
yeah, no, there's still the good booms and good mics.
You're a good boom.
Yeah, hey, someone's got to pay my bills.
Get out of my head.
That's awesome.
It's the again.
I'm
Makes it
I'm
better.
telling you.
It's better.
I'm telling you.
Gotta make it better.
I'm telling you. That's what we do.
You.
You're the guy.
You're the guy. You're good.
Wait, what?
What? Huh?
No, I was
So we were sending back and forth some crazy videos lately.
We have.
I started falling into a hole with some of those.
Oh, you mean the more because it was. I sent you all the 3-part series of the declassified.
Oh. We got cut off for a minute.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, the show must go on. So,
Oh yeah.
but we need to fix that. So I gotta.
Yeah, stand up for a minute. Do your thing.
But I can't tell. I mean,
You can't talk at all.
I mean,
So I'm gonna have to talk for you. The mic's not gonna pick you up, but I can repeat what you're saying, and we can have a conversation still if you want to talk to me, or you can just get all technical over there. And it doesn't really matter because somebody's still on the mic talking. So now we're getting back in to our Zoom, and there we go.
Wait, I gotta do the. There it goes.
That's funny.
Because it's gotta get the sideways. You gotta re-tilt. It doesn't know that it wasn't tilted.
Got to get the sideways.
Okay.
The side hug.
Oh, dude, Chris's side. That shit's hilarious.
Who let him in?
Oh, he's my cousin. What the hell was it? Oh yeah, no, shut up.
Say one more time. I dare you.
So,
Check out
the rabbit hole you went down.
The white, what was that?
So the rabbit hole.
Oh,
Yeah, correct. Thank you. So yeah, I sent you all the trio. The CIA. The CIA. Head of AI. And Bingo, what's his name? But yeah, I sent you all. I sent you all the trio of the CIA declassified stuff about the, what was it called? The Gateway Experiment?
Oh yeah. The Gateway Experiment, which is it's about balancing your left and right brain hemispheres.
Yeah, and this was
activating both and keeping them balanced. Tap in here.
I feel like this is from back, like in the 70s or 60s.
These are documents supposedly that are now released, but they're all about this secret operation that the government used to pay a lot of money to research.
And they had some outstanding findings of stuff that was actually working, and they were expressing it in a very scientific manner.
The government has wasted money on all kinds of things, but this actually had some.
Yeah, and it's very much about, because then you get remote viewing and a bunch of other stuff out of it.
Yeah.
Well, to me, it's just, it's scientific proof from them that they were doing, because it really did stem from the Russians doing it first, I think.
Do you think what I'm seeing has anything to do with my eyes?
You think that's air you're breathing? But yeah, so going with like the remote viewing and all that kind of shit. So they started just getting into it. Oh, God, excuse me. Bro, screen room, fuck off. And so
it makes me laugh. Like you see a movie like The Men Who Stare at Goats.
That shit's fucking funny.
And it's really hilarious, but there's really a lot about that is completely accurate. It's like hiding in plain sight.
No, they actually did this. This was real. This was based on a true story. They really paid people to stare at goats until they fainted. It's real. They're watching us.
Well, they were fainting goats anyway. So you just stare at them too long.
Or you could just stare them and they would faint.
Or you can do like that Crocodile Dundee thing where you
clap too loud.
You give it like the metal sound and you just like eyeball them and they just like whimper and fall down. Yeah. Crocodile Dundee. It's a real thing. Check it out.
Wait, you know what that makes me think of?
Don't walk up
if
to
you make any sort of...
I do it. This is not endorsed. I don't know shit, people.
Sorry, go on.
Do it. Go.
No, just the fact that you just made that comment where, like, if you make any type of sound, they would, like, pass out. That made my mind immediately go to Matthias DeStefanos when he was talking about, remember the blue box when they hit it here and they had to hide it here because the frequencies were so loud here that even if you laughed, it was like the other species would die.
Yeah, that was from the story that was asked for at the very beginning of the entire.
Yeah, I didn't watch. I didn't.
If you watched from the beginning to the end, that was
I didn't get that story.
Reincarnate those people or that species is reincarnated into the fainting ghosts, and that's why they faint all the time.
Dude, if Christian side hug is involved, this is an episode. Oh, hey, look, that goat just fell over. Somebody should check on the little guy.
must be so tired.
Oh, he's okay.
I ain't checking on nothing.
He's a painting dog. That's what they do. Yeah, you smell margaritas? I'm telling you, this is the thing, yo. This is the thing.
Voice, man.
He's guilty. Him. I don't know what he did, but he fucking did it.
Arrest him.
He's probably got somebody in his basement, his shed, somewhere out in the desert. I don't know what it is. Like, get him.
Freeze his bank accounts.
Oh, my God.
I want this house on lockdown 24/7. I want someone watching it. He's going away forever. Listen to him. He's guilty.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know what of, but it's something serious that he should go away for life, at least one sentence of life. Maybe two.
Maybe two. Oh.
You just can't go around silent like that.
Like, dude, the only way he could have been even more like inconspicuous about it, like so like crazily overt that it's just like him holding the dog, like petting him, be like,
Didn't he answer the door in like a silk robe or something like that?
Yeah, it was like a reddish bath, so it wasn't like
Something like just a little bit disturbing, though, wasn't it?
well, I mean, it was just like your standard, like, you know, like light pink, you know, overly washed red just fucking bathrobe. So it wasn't like, but you know, it's because he was tucking his wiener and asking if he want to. All right, brother.
I know it's like one of the scariest movies I've ever seen in my life.
Dude,
But that,
dude,
oh
wait,
my
hold
God,
on,
that voice.
Wait for it. Check it. What if Christian Sidehug walks in on Buffalo Bill? He's like, oh, don't you know how to knock? And he's like all tucked and shit. There's a sock on the door.
And what's the response?
Oh, hey. Sorry about that. I'll never be the same. You see the innocence wash from Christian Sidehug's face. He's forever
It's
a man.
imprinted on my soul.
He's like forever a changed man. Like Christian Sidehug grew up a little bit that day. Dude, that's when you get Morgan Freeman as the narrator. like How I Met Your Mother, but instead of Bob Saget, it's Morgan Freeman.
Or no, this is the disclaimer guy, the guy that definitely is not Morgan Freeman.
Right, but still.
I'm just here to tell you that this is definitely not Morgan Freeman.
Yo, let's find this one. Let's get him on the phone now. Let's talk and be like, bro, we got a show idea. We need you. We're doing this.
We need not Morgan Freeman. That's what we need.
But wait, check it. One more step. We do a Crank Yanker style with puppets. This way we don't have to pay any actors or anything.
Are we going to make this a thing?
Dude, I think we should.
Are we doing puppets?
I fucking want to do puppets.
And we're talking like good sock puppets?
Well, I mean, see, here's the thing. Because we're so kitschy, we could do like real puppets. We could do sock puppets. We could do like marionettes.
Have you, just speaking of this, have you happened to catch on Facebook the awkward puppets?
No.
Oh, jeez.
Thank God, because that sounds weird.
No, it's terrible, like stereotypes, but it's silly.
Oh, I don't think I want to partake in this.
It's silly.
You partook in a phallus naming? Sorry.
Shame.
Oh, God.
Shame.
So I came here to kick ass and drink beer, and beer's almost gone. No shit. I'm like 2/3 already. It's like,
And what?
yeah, I'm gonna have to get me another beer.
Yeah, I guess you will. Give me a snack while you're up.
Oh, fuck you and a snack in the green room. Nah, first of all, we ain't snacking in the green room. Second of all, you go fuck yourself.
You ain't snacking because we ain't got no snacks. Gotta go to 7-Eleven and get some snacks.
I feed this guy all the time, and all he ever does is bits that I don't feed him enough. We can have like a buffet. Can we do a buffet? Can we?
As long as I get to go to
Everybody likes a buffet.
Right. We can get like some Pizza Hut pizza, and then we can get some Pepsi or Coca-Cola. You know what I mean? We can wear our
Excuse me.
Adidas jog suits.
I feel, is
Wayne's World?
Oh, I was like,
We don't believe in gross endorsement. As he's like closing the pizza box.
everything is like perfectly faced towards the camera. So
Yeah, every product placement all done correctly.
like
Yeah,
as you're taking a sip, like
yeah, right. Cans backwards. But then you can't drink from it and he just like pours all over you. But the hole's on the wrong side. It's not working.
I mean, seriously, how many times do you think, like, when they were doing a take of something, like they couldn't even open the can really because the hole would be on the wrong side,
Possibly.
for the way that they're.
Or you could have just gone through an entire pile until you found one that actually was
like,
correct. You're like, that's
Do you
the
really
can.
think they align the cans so that knowing that you're going to hold it in a certain angle?
No, because most are like, all right, so the way it's done is the can is cold rolled, and so it's pressed into a sleeve basically. So it's a cold rolled sleeve that is one piece, and then the top gets rolled with it.
Well, does it work the same if it's laser printed onto the?
Well, so here's the thing though, is so even if the can is decaled before or after, or if it's literally etched on it, so if it's like the skin is done so that it's basically like you're doing a paper roll, but it's aluminum and you're just stamping them so that the section you cut to cold roll these and still like seam them, because those ones are seamed cans. So even when you have a printout that you have a seamed can with, the lid still gets just dropped on because it's just being fed through a machine, and the machine's not going to be able to truly orient it enough that it's going to consist of spot, because as the cans are always rolling down, they're literally rolling side to side. So it's rotating, and then the caps, and so when it gets like
I said, I wonder how many times they were drinking a soda on a commercial, but the can
probably like every time. That's why I was like, it doesn't work. It's going to pour all over me. You like waterboard yourself. That's not cool, bro.
Doesn't make.
I don't give a shit what you pay me. I'm not doing it. Standards.
Or is it one of those stupid things like, well, you're not actually allowed to drink it? Wasn't that where they started bringing Crocodile Dundee into the beer commercials?
Well,
like technically you're not allowed to drink on commercial. And
no, you're not allowed to.
And all the people.
You're not allowed to drink alcohol on standard television.
You're not allowed to swallow.
No, you can't drink any. So you can't have commercials. You can't have it on TV shows. Like none of it. Standard open air broadcasting. You cannot in the U.S. have somebody literally drinking alcohol. That's why in Cheers.
How would they know?
Because you have to be compliant when you're doing all that stuff, and they have people that do. It's just so like on the show Cheers, they all drank the near beer, the non-alcoholic stuff. That's how they got away with it, because it wasn't alcohol.
Norm wasted all his hard-earned clip on non-alcoholic beer.
Can't see spending money on near beer.
Well, like so they would do for like alcohol and stuff. They would use like tea with some dye and coloring and stuff, and they would. So the stuff that you're drinking, I mean, sometimes it's like apple juice, or you know what I mean. It's got to look like it. But
Right.
It can't be.
Yeah.
Can't be for real, man. Same thing with cannabis. You're technically like on film to get endorsed, I think, by the Motion Picture Academy and all that crap. Like you can't legit smoke on that, so they have to like smoke fake stuff. So it's like a conglomerate of.
I just realized something. You're Scottish. Couldn't help it.
You could and you didn't, and I love you for that. So it's cool. But bro, I mean that's what
Damn straight.
You got me with you got me. You earned it. Yeah, you got me. You button hooked me there. That's you. Oh. Dude,
What's his name?
William Sadler.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill. He goes. I think, but when he's as a musician, he goes by Bill Sadler.
That was as Death, though, right?
Oh, you're correct. But as
Damn straight.
yeah, I think as an actor, he goes by William Sadler. Like that's his acting name. But so I think he goes for doing music. He goes by Bill Sadler.
Bill.
Yeah, which he's a really good musician, man. mean, he's a great actor, but he's a good musician too. Like he's a good entertainer.
Like Kevin Bacon.
Dude, bro, this is not a joke. I don't
Saying.
care. I don't care what anyone says about Kevin Bacon. Him and Michael as the Bacon brothers. Like, so Michael is actually very well trained in music. It was one of the things that I think he did most of his schooling in, whereas Kevin went more the route of acting and whatnot. So, but Kevin also was musical and would play different instruments, but nothing crazy. Like I think he plays like the drums and guitar and something like that. Like he like plays 2 or 3, but Michael plays like 7 or some shit.
Like Juilliard trained or something.
Yeah, no, he did plenty of schooling where he's formally educated in multiple instruments, and he is a
Multiple
phenomenal
types of music. Yeah.
Yes, correct. So them as a band, the Bacon Brothers. Yeah, you at home, if you have not heard this, pause, Google, do whatever you got to do. The Bacon Brothers. This is no joke. They are dope musicians. Not only that, but their live show. Because you know me, man, I'm huge on live shows. Like,
Oh, it's all about the live show.
Especially
with it. I mean, because that's very much, I feel like a grassroots type thing. Mm-hmm. Like he's got his following.
Big time. Because I saw him at the Electric Factory, and I mean it was twice actually, and they put, just like I said about the Bare Naked Ladies, I was like, dude, I'm never gonna buy one of their albums, but I will see them live again and again.
That's something about that. What I would say is like, I would say a fairly big ticket actor, right?
Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. I mean, a fairly big ticket actor.
Yeah, very well known. I mean, he's got tons of stuff. He's plenty of awards, right?
You know, that's like very, very human, very
visceral, connected kind of thing.
like I can imagine like bumping into him at the show, like that it would just be like, man, I wish I had more time to hang out with you guys.
Yeah. Like,
You know, I feel like that's the way he'd be, you know, like
yeah, I feel like he'd be the kind of guy that would drink tequila with us and be like, if we actually met him and got to talk, he'd probably be like, yeah, I'd do the show with you guys. What's up, bro? Like, he's just that good of a dude.
I mean, I think so. I think so.
Yeah, plus he's a Philly cat. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
We're
too.
a local show. I'm just saying, Kevin Bacon.
Kevin
If you
Bacon,
want, man.
give us a call.
I know we're calling him out. I'm gonna label this on YouTube, calling out Kevin Bacon. We want
saying,
you, bro.
and
Come on, shameless plug. You talk about you and Michael, the stuff you do, how bomb you are, the great things about this community. Let's talk, bro. Let's do this.
And Kevin Bacon, man. I mean, decent actor.
Well, so, you know what? I feel like so Kevin Bacon.
Like,
so think about this, right? Kevin Bacon is the original Morgan Freeman. Think about this, because you have 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, right? So he's in so much shit that you can literally be 6 steps away from knowing Kevin Bacon somehow or another. So he's like the original Morgan Freeman, where he's in that much stuff.
Some really like life-changing movies that I've seen growing up. I mean,
oh fuck yeah, dude!
You know what I'm saying? Come on, name one.
Hollow Man, Sixth Sense. Oh no, that was Purge.
Oh well, I mean, obviously Footloose, for crying out loud.
Footloose, yeah.
Yeah.
That's when I learned you never listen to a judgy preacher that doesn't let you dance. You tell him no.
Wait, was it?
And then I go do gymnastics in a train yard.
Was it Flatliners?
Yeah, Flatliners.
Flatliners.
He also did The Invisible Man. What was the one? What was the one back in the 80s where it was all the kids went camping and they got freaking lost or whatever? It was him. It was Sean Austin Green was in it. It was one of them movies. He's done tons of stuff. He did the bike movie in freaking New York or whatever, where they were bike messengers, and he had to like race and shit.
Yeah,
dude, fucking Tremors, bro. Tremors. You know what I mean, dude? Come on, we're talking Kevin Bacon, bro. This guy's dopest of the dope. He said, she said. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on, man. Like, so many great movies. So many.
And a townie.
What'd you call me?
He's a townie. Saying. Born and raised.
Yeah, no, because his dad is their father's a famous architect. I forget his name. John Bacon.
I will tell you one.
Steve. It's like a normal fucking American
Steve. John.
I know Steve Bacon. John Bacon. Make me bacon. I don't know.
Great bacon.
Oh yeah, now I'm out of beer. I'm sad. I'm gonna cry.
So it doesn't list his mother, but it says his father's name is Edmund.
Edmund, yeah, Ed Bacon.
Ed Bacon.
Well, when you say it like that, bro, what the fuck? Come on, we're trying to get Kevin Bacon on. Don't make fun of his dad. He's not Canada.
It does. It sounds like a really successful local plumber.
Dude, what fucking weird science.
Ed Bacon.
Yeah, well, Al, yeah, Al. He's a plumber, so I guess you plumb, right? Yeah, yeah. So I'm an independent businessman.
Custodial engineer, bitch.
All right.
You're right.
Oh, he was in Animal House. That was his debut.
Yeah, no. If I may, thank you, sir. May I have another? That was Kevin Bacon. He was the frat boy getting paddled. Yeah, the ROTC horse riding, getting paddled in his BVDs. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Yeah, Kevin fucking Bacon.
Fuck.
Yeah, because you show him some respect.
That's what I'm saying. Fuck.
The guiding light.
It's not just Kevin Bacon. No, it's Kevin fucking Bacon. He's a man.
Kevin fucking Bacon.
You recognize.
You got to say it like that too. Exactly.
Getting a beer. Getting a beer.
Actually, can you get me one? Give me a beer. Yeah. Why don't you go get a beer? Got beer me. I'm supposed to. Oh man, I missed my opportunity to talk trash. I was too busy drinking my beer.
I got big ears. I would have heard you.
I know you do. Because I got a big mouth. So
Someone's got to pay your bills. Hey-o. Yes, 2 Spacemans and another Desert Cruiser. So we got 2 Wits and Bomb Pilsner. I mean, technically, the Wit is a Saison. It's got orange and lime in it. Yeah, 5.2, 5.4. I'm keeping you under 7 because we know what happens. What is this?
I know. I'm like, really?
No, it's 9. It's 9.6.
You're making sure I'm not going to get silly. Even though this one's called Spaceman, but
I mean, I wouldn't say
I want to go on a cruise through the desert
with a horse with no name.
Dude, why would you not name the horse? You've been on this horse for how long? In the middle of the desert?
But that's the same thing as like, why wouldn't you name your car? Like, dude, show it some respect.
Most people don't name their cars.
I've named all of my automobiles as well as I've named instrument. Dude, I just name stuff, man. Show respect. Just because it's animate doesn't mean it's.
Did you name your motorcycle?
Hell yeah, I did.
What was it?
Andrea.
Because she liked it fast.
Andrea was a saucy bitch. Oh, dude, no. All right,
it wasn't Andrea or Andrea.
It was Andrea.
Andrea.
Yeah, Andrea. Because I called her Dre.
Right.
Dude,
of course.
She was a saucy bitch, dude. Because, all right, so my bike was Andrea, but my truck was Andrea.
That way you wouldn't mess it up when you were in bed.
Well, because growing up, my next door neighbor, her name was Andrea, but she was Jamaican, so everybody called her Andrea. And so when I had my truck before I got my bike, I called her that because it was a great name, and I wanted to kind of was like, because it was my Cali truck, right, dude? That thing was banging as shit, air riding, frame dragging, spark throwing.
Right, remember?
Dude, that thing was a sound monster. Dude, it had like the Beef 4.3 with power adders and a 308 with a locker in the rear. Like this thing was mean as shit. So it
went off just then.
But it was beautiful too. I mean, nice dark metallic blue, lots of flake. Like it was just very clean. I mean, shit, I got a fucking tattooed on me for crying out loud, right? Well, I'd always known her as Andrea. Well, then I shortly thereafter get my bike and come to find out that her name was always Andrea, which is why her husband will always call her Dre or Drea. And it always was a thing where because he has they were literal straight from Jamaica. So it was just like they had super thick accents. It's like, no, that's because we were all mispronouncing that shit. Yeah. So as a correcting to pay
your
proper.
Motorcycle was
so then I switched and so I called, because she was even saucier than the freaking truck, dude. Dude, that bike was mean as shit. It was 2001 CBR 600 F4i. Like it was the first fuel injection Honda that they made, 600cc. This thing was a torquey little bitch. Second gear, full pop. Because I
have to ask, what was your reaction the first time you felt the Ascent fishtail?
Oh, it puckers. Oh, dude, you don't. Yeah, no, you don't.
Whoa, that's fun.
It's a visceral response. You don't have enough time to read this. So literal first time. It's oh yeah, no. You get eyeballs popping, everything. You clench in the throat. Your Adam's apple pops out. All that stuff. Yeah. But so that's the thing is I had multiple encounters after that because people are shitty ass drivers, especially in PA. So, you got to
have eyes in the back of your head.
Dude, the first time, same thing with like cars, man. The first time I had a weird experience where it was just like, holy crap. And, the adrenaline kicked in and I was getting used to it. Every subsequent event after that, for a car to get sideways or, dude, my brain instantly just, my body goes into.
Wheel goes this way. Yeah, exactly.
I have instant habits, but I also get that whole adrenaline rush of everything slows down. Mm-hmm. Where it's just like, okay, and I can remember my thought process. I can remember the conversations. Like it was.
Adrenaline is a powerful drug.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, I've had enough of those experiences. So bike and all that stuff. That's why when I realized that I was the asshole too and couldn't stop doing wheelies in traffic, then I'm like, I'm done. I'm not riding anymore.
If you had access to adrenaline, like if you could just, I'm gonna take this.
Oh, I feel really great. I want to run around right now.
What it does to time?
You're right. I have so much. You got to dart your. Wait, what?
I like you, man, but you're crazy.
You're crazy. He's a dog. It's dog in there. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Oh my
blah,
God.
Blah, blah, blah.
It was an instant classic. What I said.
Oh. But yeah, so yeah, because all right, so on this bike, this is the first bike where outside of riding a 3-wheeler, which is like an instant wheelie machine, which is why they pretty much like outlawed them because you would just roll over and kill yourself.
Oops.
Yeah, yep, next. No, he's done. Next. But yeah, so
call this one Widowmaker.
But I got to a place where I could literally like rev it out first gear, pop second, and this thing would just run the nose up. Like it was just like, and it's like, oh, okay.
And we're off.
But yeah, so that's why I kind of really started getting into doing wheelies.
Where you could just kind of lean forward and like ease into it and just
so
right off. Yeah.
I learned like
that was a horrible sound effect, by the way. Sorry.
Doing it over and over again to the point where, yeah, I would know that as I would go to pop second, I would instantly like shove myself onto the tank harder because as it would lift, it would just fucking. This thing was a rocket, bro. Like that bike has been the literal fastest I've ever been on ground. It was close to 170 miles an hour.
Those things wind up, and it sounds.
Oh, dude, when you get into like an Indy car. Oh, they do because you're talking 10, 11,000, 12,000 revs and shit.
It sounds like an Indy car. It's like the most fascinating thing.
Oh, oh my God, and it just. Sorry.
Well, you know how they say like a good
shake that one off.
A good 270-degree twin or whatever creates a sound that's similar to like a V8.
Well, see, I started
but it's the same thing with like a sport bike, like a Ninja or something like that. Has a.
So my first bike that I rode,
that sound. It sounds like an Indy car. It just sounds like an Indy car.
I mean, the Hayabusas, any of them do. But yeah, my first bike was a 2-stroke. It was the Honda 210 DX. So it was like an enduro. So it had like knobbies, but with like mirrors and turn signals and shit. My dad bought it from my aunt or something or whatever. And so we had that, and like that was the first bike I ever like rode. And dude, that thing, it was just like, what the hell? Dude, these things were just like gnarly loud. Had that like crazy rap on them. They almost sounded like a freaking, like a rotary or something.
No, but that thing had a top speed of what?
Oh, no, that thing would boogie, bro.
60?
Oh, God, no. It'd go quicker than that.
Really?
Yeah. It was a street bike, dude. So it had knobbies, but it still had this, like, you had to be able to drive it in traffic. Yeah, no, that thing would probably do like $120-ish, $110, $120. Like you could.
What was the displacement?
What was this?
What was the displacement?
So it was called, so from what I recall, it was the 210 model, but it had a 250cc two-stroke.
Two-stroke.
Yeah, with a 5-speed, if I remember correctly.
That's a decent sized two-stroke.
Oh, yeah, it is. That's why I was like, dude, this thing was gnarly. I mean, you just burp at you, but, you're talking two-stroke.
They're loud as shit. But
oh, my God, they sound so awesome.
the power curve on those things.
Dude, yeah, that thing was also a wheelie monster, especially me being like 9, 10, 11 years old. I'm weighing like $120 at this point.
Well, and the bikes are designed to be lightweight, too. So
oh, yeah.
everything on there has been stripped down and, except for the mirrors that they threw on.
Well, it was an enduro, so it had
just to meet the minimum requirements.
It had working turn signals, reflectors.
The idea is if you go off trail for a minute, you're allowed to go on the road. That's what it's really designed for.
Kind of, yeah. Because, being in Southern Cali, you're talking about like tons of dunes and stuff. And so, that was like, having a two-stroke, freaking.
I love the idea of an all-purpose bike, but there really is no such thing.
Not really, no.
There really is no such thing. But I love all these companies that come out with their scramblers, though. Some better than others, but the idea that you could take a street bike and put some knobby tires on it, and that's really all you need to do. It's got high pipes. It's got in some cases like comes right from the factory with a cage underneath the motor.
You're a cage underneath the motor.
A crash plate, whatever you call it.
I don't know what that means, but it was good.
You're a crash plate.
You're a crash plate. Damn it, you beat me to it. Why are you so mean to me?
I love you.
No, you don't.
We love you, Danger Mouse.
Dude, that show was dope. Come on, let's be honest. Danger Mouse, Inspector Gadget, they do not make cartoons like they used to.
I need a really big fan. We love you, Danger Mouse.
No, they definitely don't.
See, this is why I liked Animaniacs, because Animaniacs was like the first new cartoon that was like the old cartoons where it was just as corny, as cheesy as you could be, like Felix the Cat kind of shit, where it's just like, that's fucking funny.
There was a lot of pretty grown-up jokes thrown into those, though. And they would, the writers for that show were impressive.
Right.
I don't know who they were.
Neither do I.
Really don't know their names or anything.
I know a name. I have nipples.
D-I-N-G-O.
Alabama.
And Alabama wasn't Samo. Oh my God. But yeah, no, we're pretty much to that point where we should probably wrap this shit up. Rap with me, potato. Sorry. It's an old KTV reference with Matthew Willard.
I agree that you believe that.
I agree. That's what you believe you're hearing right now.
That's great.
Yeah.
We're going to use that.
That's great. Gonna go ahead and ask you to come in on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be great.
I'm going to have you come in on Sunday, too.
While you're at it.
Lost a couple people this week, and we're just trying to play catch up.
Things are really tight right now. I'm sure you understand.
That's what she said.
What? Fuck.
Drop. Babies. All right, it's time to go.
Drop. That's what I think of. Because that was on Hello Nasty when they sampled themselves. Yeah. Well, because Hello Nasty, they brought on, oh, God, what was the DJ? Oh, crap. Oh, it's going to kill me. Can you, the DJ from Intergalactic and Hello Nasty. That's the same DJ. I think he started on Intergalactic, right? Oh, fuck. My Beastie Boys knowledge is weak at this moment.
Planetary.
I'm trying, no, it's, I think it was Intergalactic, and then they made Hello Nasty afterwards, and same DJ, because there's...
Intergalactic Gary?
No, Beastie Boys album Intergalactic. What was the DJ of that album? Because he was, I think he's from San Francisco, like pretty well known. Like he was making a name for himself at this point, but he did kind of like what LL Cool J did, where he called freaking Rick Rubin's, dorm room, which is Def Jam Records, and just kept leaving samples on his voice, like on his messing machine. Well, yeah, because then Ad Rock was the one.
You delete them every time.
Well, Ad Rock was the one that kind of started listening to him. Was just like, "Yo, Rick, like you need to listen to this dude. Like these tapes are dope. Like what the f?" And that's how LL, got his thing. Well, same regard, this DJ calls up, the Beastie Boys, their production company, where like somehow or another like drops him a voicemail. And it's him scratching on records. So he basically like interviews over the phone as a voicemail message. But one of the things that he does, which I think is probably the thing that got them to be like, holy crap, like this guy's the dopest. Mixmaster Mike. His name is Mixmaster Mike. That's it. Thank you. Oh, because he's dope as shit.
It's not coming up over here yet.
I'm telling you, just type in Beastie Boys Mix Master Mike, and it'll give you some albums. Because I'm sure it was Intergalactic and Hello Nasty.
That's such an 80s DJ name.
But dude, so one, he's a totally dope DJ in that sense. But so while he's sending this voice message, they put it on the album, and him and in this doing this, he hooks up a wah-wah pedal to the output of his tables.
Yeah.
And so now he's scratching, but then also using a wah pedal, and it's getting the craziest fucking sound. You're just like, what the? But he's got like rhythm to it, in the way it was a whole new thing.
Yeah.
Are you still not? Is nothing?
I found him. I was just.
You were doing.
I was searching him specifically now.
Yeah, I think after he did. I want to say it was Intergalactic when he came out.
Your plant has a U in it, just like right there, sitting there.
I don't know what that means, but
I'm sorry, but yeah,
it's a squirrel.
It's just right there. Sorry, can't help it.
You knock that off.
No,
leave it alone.
Never.
You leave it alone.
Don't touch it.
You leave it alone.
What that?
You leave it alone.
Yes,
there it is.
I see.
But yeah,
yes, old man.
Yeah, what? But so I think after he did his album with
3 mics and 1 DJ.
Well, that's the one song where it starts with his interview, I think, like where he's like the voice messages that he sent.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Yo, my name's Mixmaster Mike. I've really been wanting to like work with you guys for a long time. I think you guys are great." He's like, if you can, I'm just gonna. And he starts just like spinning his shit. Does a quick cut and like shows his skills basically, and he goes and he's like, "Oh yeah," and I hooked up a wah-wah pedal to my tables, and this is what I got. And he does a whole nother set, and it's just like, you're just like, what the fuck is this guy? Dude, my mind was blown when I was like, how come nobody's thought about this before? Like what the? It's like trying to hook up a talk box to like the output of your freaking tables, like you know what I mean? Like what? Who? What?
But it's like crazy. That's like a whole other level of coordination.
Oh my god!
Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, if you're playing guitar,
you're mixing.
But if you're playing guitar, you're using both your hands, and you got to use the wah-wah pedal. I mean, it's
easy
there walking.
I mean, I suppose
you.
All right.
Yeah, you calling it? What?
Well, no. I think she has. Do you have information or no? Is that? Oh, you know.
No.
Fine. All right,
there was only 3 songs with him on it. It was that one, the DJ one that I had said, and then his intro, and then his mix master were the only 3 labeled songs with him on it. With the Beastie Boys.
You know, because he at that point also became their traveling DJ too. So like he was touring with them for a while. Yeah, dude. He
Mix Master
Mike. Yo, so he's the one. All right, so the album that he put out, which I think got the coverage it did because he had done the whole Beastie Boys thing. He's spinning records, and the thing where he starts out is he's like stealing all these different samples, just like Wu would do with like different kung fu movies and things. And he's using the freaking what the hell's that show? What was the puppet show back in the day with the freaking spaceships and the marionettes?
What?
It was like the original sci-fi show. It was puppets. Eagle something. Oh crap,
Dude, you're going way back.
oh, yeah, probably like the 70s, I think, late 70s.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're going way back.
But it was pretty much like that. Anyways, I don't know. So we gotta go.
Yeah, we should probably sign off. We're gonna take a break.
Yeah, I gotta feed this guy because he's bitching.
Feed me.
Seymour,
Feed me, Seymour.
I don't have any more fingers. All right, you gonna close us out? You started us. You close us out.
But I started this.
I mean,
We'll put this together, huh?
I mean,
That's so.
you all right? I learned it by watching you.
So yeah, check us out on ITY, directionsinmusic.org, but also
that's one of our emails. Yeah. Well, but so this is on YouTube.
but this is our warm up.
Yeah,
This is the green room. This is where we let it all out. What did you say happens in the green room?
stays in the green room. It's like Vegas, bro.
So thanks for coming to check us out. This is Mr. Gemini,
Philly D.
and we lost our fact checker for a moment.
We're again see, this is why we do this so that we can deal with all the technical
It's all right. We'll
difficulties.
just sign out. She's not missing anything, but
Yeah. Peace. There you go. So I did her sound. There you go.
so yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Like this is our warm up, and that's it.
Yeah.
A warm
So
up to a show about nothing.
yeah, which is I'm telling you, you can check us out on Directions in Music every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern.
That's right.
Directionsinmusic.org.
Dope. Nice drop.
Yeah, DIM. Check us out. Plus, there's a hell of other good shit on there too. After us, there's reggae.
There's some pretty good reggae, actually.
Yeah, I really do. It's
sweet reggae
real
show.
reggae. Yeah. It's
Sometimes I
dope.
just kind of fall into a reggae hole while I'm listening to it.
I mean, I'm cool with that.
I mean, it's, yeah,
But dude, we gotta go, bro.
it's dope. Anyway,
Yeah. Thanks, fam. We appreciate you. Be good to yourself. Be good to everyone else.
much love.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.